Logan, I'm sure you would have liked to win in the season opener, but what were some of the positives you took out of that game against Cocalico?
We were able to move the ball in the first half. Some of our younger guys were able to get some varsity experience. So the younger center, our 9th grade center this year, got some varsity experience from a pretty good defensive front. Brew Baker up front, that's 6'6", 280, and our freshman center starting on varsity was able to see that. Now, we'll run into some more teams like Elko and stuff like that, but taken away from those big guys up front, I think for our younger guys pulling back into the game, I think that's special for us since we have a couple young guys that we're going to need with some of our numbers this year.
And you mentioned the younger guys. Do you feel like you have to take on even more of a leadership role this season?
Oh, for sure. As a sophomore, I feel like seniors that year were able to pull me up, and I'm going to do the same thing for these guys who are younger. It's kind of cool to see it. Like, as a sophomore, the seniors, when I was a sophomore, pulling me up like that, and now I'm that person for them. So I talk with them all the time. I'm super close with those kids. But being that guy for these younger kids, it's special for sure. But we're going to keep getting better, and I have all the faith in the world in these kids.
Can you believe you're a senior now? It seems like it just flew by.
It did fly by, and last year only having 7 games was a little bit upsetting, and it did make it seem quicker. But being a senior with these guys, growing up with these kids since junior high, even midgets, youth football, it's just crazy. And we're making the most of it. Our parents are making the most of it. We're hanging out all the time, so it's super special.
Last year, there were only a few teams that were able to go to the District 3 playoffs. You were one of them. Do you feel like this year's team has enough talent to get back to District?
Oh, for sure. We're going to try to build on a run here. We're still trying to figure things up front. And our skilled guys, they're coming together. You know, we like to spread the ball around, get the ball to playmakers. I'll run it with my legs as well. But for sure, we'll definitely be back in that hunt. I promise you that.
You're closing in on some school records, career passing yards, touchdown passes. Do you think about that much?
I try not to think about it. I have a group chat with some of my friends who ended up graduating, and they're sending me stuff. But I just try to figure on winning games. And, you know, if I do end up breaking some of those records, which I'm pretty close to, it means as much to the guys around me. It's as much for them as it is for me. If I didn't have the guys blocking for me, if I didn't have them catching the balls, I wouldn't be able to get these records. So it's going to be super special if I do end up achieving those goals. But we'll have to wait and see. You
have a great target in Anjay Feliciano. What's it like being able to throw to somebody like that?
It's awesome. If I throw the ball up to him, I always say it's a 75% ball to a 25% ball. It's always awesome to be able to take a shot down the field and know that most of the time we're going to get that big play. So it's super special, but we have some speedy guys at the slot position and our running backs. Of course, also us up front, we can't block. We're not getting those big plays down the field. So, yeah.
What quarterbacks do you like to watch at the NFL level? Who are some of your favorite players?
I am a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I guess I like to watch Pat Mahomes too, but I still think Rodgers is better, especially when he was in his prime, if he's still not in it. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Now, what about Russell Wilson? Because you use your legs a lot to run the football.
Yeah.
Do you try and watch some of those guys as well?
I play a lot of fantasy football. I'm in a couple leagues. I sit down on my couch from 1 o'clock until about 11 o'clock at night watching football, so I'm watching everybody. But if I'm getting compared to Russell Wilson at a high school level, that's pretty impressive, so I'll take it, you know.
Have you ever won a fantasy football league?
I have not. I came in second, which is last year. We're going for it all this year, though. So.
Have you had your draft yet?
I did. I had one last night. Alvin Kamara with the first pick.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have the same guy. Well, hopefully we have a good season.
Right.
You play lacrosse. You play basketball.
Right.
Do you take a lot of pride in being a 3-sport athlete?
Oh, for sure. I lead by example. That's my thing. When it comes to game time in any sport, I'm not a big talker. We know what we got to do. We prepare through the weeks of practice and days of practice, and it's just awesome. I've never really had any downtime. I've grown up playing 4 or 5 sports every time, and we're doing some chops over there.
Yeah.
Glad I got out of
I'm
that.
helping you out right now by doing this.
But I got to keep my grades up, and playing 3 sports all the time with all my boys, most of them playing with me. It's fun.
Real quick, that's a look at what Logan's missing right now. So I expect a Christmas card for this. You mentioned academics. What are some of your favorite classes or favorite teachers that you've had at Conrad Weiser?
Miss Prohaska, definitely, she teaches math, so I'm in college algebra right now. I took statistics with her last year. One of my classes that I added this year, sociology class. I don't know if I exactly love it yet because I've only had a week of it, but it's interesting to learn how I fit in society and how the puzzle fits. So I think that'll be a class I'll end up enjoying throughout this semester.
And what do you like to do for fun? I know your free time is very limited.
Very limited. I like hitting the weights. I like being with my friends. I like being outdoors. I like fishing. Music is a big part.
Biggest fish you ever caught?
I caught Nate Fizz over there. I caught a shark with him on a boat before. Wasn't that big. I go trout fishing around here, so the trout are about here, but shark might have been like this. It was like a baby shark, but hey, I'll take it.
I think there was a song about baby sharks,
Yeah, there was.
we don't need to
get
into that.
My little sister sings that. I'll leave it to her.
Well, thanks for your time. Best of luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.